Okay. So folks, we're in front of the New York City library, the main library, famous. If you heard of the library with the lions, this is the library that you'll be thinking of. Okay. Again, this is New York City Public Library. And this is the library at 42nd Street. Here's a picture of a lion. There's one lion here. And there's another lion over there, but there is someone standing there. That's why I didn't take this one over there. But this is the public library with the lions on 5th Avenue and 42nd, 43rd Street. All right. So let's walk down 5th Avenue. So again, this was the main library, the old library. It has a Lenox wing and an Astor, and there is another, the Tilden Trust. Okay, so this will benefactors to the library. Now I'll have to reconfirm that, but I'm thinking that those would be sponsors and or benefactors. So I'll go back and check it out. I can correct that in a later video if I'm not quite correct here. Now right across the street here is another wing of the public library. It's New York Public Library. So we're walking down 5th Avenue in New York City. So let's see the canyons. Let me pan back up. All right, this is heading towards Central Park. If you go all the way up, so I'm way down. This is going towards Rockefeller Center, Central Park, and other points north. But we're not going north. We're gonna head down south along 5th Avenue. So let's take that walk. When you have the canyons of New York, generally talking about the streets of New York between these tall buildings, right? So let's walk. Right. Still walking along 5th Avenue. We're gonna do this for a few blocks. second. Okay, we'll be getting into some pedestrian traffic. Alright, the Graduate Center.
There's a place called Monarch.
Right, so sure. All right, so we're in walking down 5th Avenue or 34th Street. All right, and right here at 34th Street, I'm gonna show you one of the most famous buildings in the United States and in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Empire State Building. Alright, so let me move over. This is the Empire State Building, towering over all the other buildings in this area. At one time it was one of the, well, it's still one of the tallest buildings in New York. I think at one time it had the distinction of being the tallest building in New York. For a long time, the US had the distinction of having the tallest building in the world. And there has been movement back and forth to see which country could claim that title. I don't think it's any longer in the US, but it won't be long before someone comes back up with. He had moved to Malaysia one time, the Petronas Towers. It moved to, I think, Dubai. Sure, yeah, you have developers and lots of others trying to have the distinction of having the tallest building in the world. And this was once the tallest building. But it's still among the contenders of the tallest buildings in the world. One of the tallest buildings in the world. We're on 34th Street in Midtown Manhattan. Walking towards Macy's, Herald Square. So let's walk and let's see what else we can see out here. Alright, so this is 34th Street from 5th Avenue. Walking towards, in the direction of Broadway. Walking in the direction of Herald Square right outside Macy's. Alright. Welcome to New York City. Alright, so we came down on 34th Street. I'm gonna go across the street here. I think I'm going to get you better views from here. Of course. And this is looking down 34th Street. So
I gotta still think.
if you look across here, you'll see the world's largest store, Macy's. Alright, so and that's Herald Square. Macy's occupy Herald Square. Macy's is a highlight of Herald Square. Outside of the store is still dressed up, still in lights. Alright. So where we are is at the confluence of Broadway and 6th Avenue. Macy's across the street. Let's look down. Alright. World famous Macy's. It's H&M. Then there's the Manhattan Mall over here.
They got one on 34, I think.
Macy's. Alright. Again, folks, this is in the morning. It's only 10:09 a.m. This is December 31st, so it's not yet busy, but later on the crowds will be coming. It's going to be very crowded. But then later on, all the traffic will start moving towards Times Square. This is the ball drop, so that's going to be the big event in New York later today. Yep, in the meantime, this is Macy's, RH Macy's and Company. Once builds itself the largest store in the world. So guys, if you're in New York, want to get around, there is one of your transportation. Those are the pedicabs moving up. So you have the pedicabs, you have the yellow cabs, You have the buses. Okay, you get on the bus if you don't want to get anywhere quickly. And you have the subway. And again, the subway is the most convenient and the most efficient way of getting around New York City. Right, so we're at 7th Avenue, also known as Fashion Avenue. Right, and if you look up there, that's towards Times Square, where the ball would drop later. All right, let's continue. Okay, right now we're outside of Pennsylvania Station. The crown jewel of Pennsylvania Station is Madison Square Garden, where huge sports events, huge concert events take place monthly, daily. Madison Square Garden is the home of the New York Knicks. Again, we're at 34th Street, outside Madison Square Garden, outside of Pennsylvania Station. Right, so this is how outside here looks. There is new construction happening. There is restoration or refurbishment of buildings, and at this time of the day it's not as crowded as it normally would be, and that would be because of a number of things. Today being the last day of the year and being on a Sunday, the fact that people would be coming out in the numbers tonight rather than this morning. So yeah, folks, today in New York, the 31st of December, one of the busiest days in New York City, and that will be happening tonight. But as of now, let's continue to walk around Penn Station. All right, if we continue down this way, we'll end up on the Hudson River. That's on the west side. All right, so I'll give you this view. This is on 8th Avenue. And right here, if you look up, goes past Times Square, the 42nd Street, where all the actions will be happening, and where everybody seems to be moving to. Right? So. New York City is known for having some beautiful buildings, some old architecture, all compared to how old the United States is. The United States is a young, very, very young country. It's only over 200 years old, so the architecture won't compare to the, let's say, the old Europe. Nevertheless, that's the old post office, which is being converted into part of the train station. The Moynihan Train Hall, being named after Daniel Patrick Moynihan, who was the long-serving senator from the state of New York. So All right, so this was the old postal building, being part of the train complex in New York City. These are all new buildings, recently constructed skyscrapers around here. And let's take a look outside. Pennsylvania Station, Madison Square Garden. This is how we are. This is where we are. Over there you can see the World Trade, the Empire State Building. You see the spires on top. There we go. An interesting fact is that for major events, for celebratory events as well, the Empire State Building is normally shaded in lights, colored to match the event, to celebrate the event. All right, so outside Madison Square Garden, outside Pennsylvania Station. Let's walk around Madison Square Garden. All right, let's switch back to the old postal station. So say neither snow nor rain nor heat nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. So that was that has long been the motto of the postal workers. But this old building with all the columns built in the old style. This building is now part of the train station and named after the late Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan. Folks, we're outside of Madison Square Garden in New York City. See, there we go, Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. You know, everything but New York is big, right? And they say New Yorkers are loud, so everything that's happens here is shouted out. See how big we are, right? So welcome to the garden. Alright, so let's go. So taking you around the garden. Billy Joel. Billy Joel has a residency at the garden. Right? So see Billy Joel outside of the Madison Square Garden. Right? Folks, thanks for coming along with me. I hope you enjoy. This coverage. I hope you enjoyed this content. Please share, like, and comment on this content. And if this is your first time to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel so I can continue to bring you more of this wonderful content. All right, let's continue. We're going around Madison Square Garden. So we're on 31st Street. As we come back around, I think we're at the how you doing? Happy New Year. Okay. So right here we're back in front. We're at the front again of Madison Square Garden. This is the entrance. They're doing a lot of work out here, so you can see the work that's being done. But right here at the entrance to Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena, right at Penn Station, New York. Right, Penn Station, Madison Square Garden. Alright, so here's the view outside Penn Station. Alright. Alright folks, let's end this video. Again, don't forget, like, share, comment. And if this is your first time visiting this channel, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you'll be alerted whenever there is new content from me. Folks, Happy New Year. Happy Sunday. Wherever you are in this world, wishing you a happy, great and prosperous 2024. Goodbye.